I got a long case for you guys. Sit back and relax. Get a drink, a snack, but warning, this is a true crime case. If you're not into that, then don't watch the video. And if you have anxiety, like me, still don't watch. Skip over the video. You need to have a good day. It is 2011 in Nantes, France. The Dupont family is a beautiful upper-class family. The Duponts come from a respected background and are very involved in the community. They are more a quiet family, never involved in breaking the law. In other words, picture perfect. Xavier and Agnes Dupont are a very good-looking couple, with his wife once being a part-time model. Go back in time, Xavier and Agnes actually dated briefly in the 80s, but the relationship was short-lived. Xavier ended up moving away for quite some time, and when he moved back, he met Agnes again, and he wanted to pursue a relationship with her once again. And when he found her, she was pregnant by another man, but despite that, he still wanted to get back into a relationship with her, and she accepted this. This was Agnes's first child, and his name was Arthur. Once the pair were together, they had 3 children of their own: Thomas, Anne, and Benoit. Their lives went on as normal, and Agnes and Xavier continued working their well-respected jobs, with their children attending their various educational institutions. It wasn't until April of 2011, neighbors of the Duponts grew concerned when their house stood eerily still. No one has seen Xavier or his wife Agnes or their 4 children in over 2 days. Nobody's entered the home, nobody's left it. And this was very unusual to the neighbors. When police arrived, they noticed that all of the windows are shuttered closed. What was even more eerie was that the family was known to have 2 large Labrador dogs, and no one had seen those dogs or even heard them bark in 2 days either. Upon initial review of the home, they noticed a note taped to the front door. And this note reads, "Do not send any more mail to this home." That's weird. Police knock on the front door of the Duponts' home, but have no success. They then try to open the door themselves, but that also failed. With this, they are forced to call a locksmith. A locksmith comes and gains entry to the home, and when they enter, nothing seems out of the ordinary. The house doesn't seem to be robbed, it's fairly clean. It looks completely normal, other than the fact that every single bed in the home had been stripped of its blankets and pillows, and the closets in the home were left open. According to autopsy, the family has left on their own accord. Therefore, there is no need to open a formal investigation. Over the next coming days and weeks, family and friends receive letters supposedly from the Duponts. What? The letters claimed to be specifically from Xavier and Agnes Dupont. These letters stated that Xavier was an undercover spy, and the family had to move away to Australia and change their identity to stay safe. The letters stated that the family would be gone for a couple years or maybe forever. Police take this and believe it. The Duponts must have left on their own. There's nothing we can do about it. Another part of the letter said, "Do not tell anybody about this, as it is a secret." As I mentioned earlier, the family owned 2 Labradors. This letter stated that the Labradors had been given to a new home and were safe and together. This letter also gave family members and friends various tasks to carry out, things like what to do with their property and their affairs. Now, all 4 of the children did attend school. Every last one of their educational institutions received a last payment settlement. We received these when the child is no longer going to be attending the school. There's a set of people who do not believe this at all, and that's Agnes Dupont's family. They are completely shocked at this news, that their daughter would just up and leave with her husband and their 4 children and just say they're not coming back for years and maybe never. No, something's up. As of right now, they're not buying it for a second. When Agnes's family first heard this news, they were completely puzzled, at a loss for words, just what the fuck. They have the letters that they received sent to a district attorney to get looked into further. Her family called the police and tell them you need to go back to their home because something's not right. Xavier's family isn't buying this either. Like I said, Agnes's family told the police to go back to the home, and on this round, they discovered something a little bit different that they didn't quite notice the first time around. All of the pictures were stripped from each picture frame. No picture frame had a photo in it. But still, no sign of a struggle. 3 more searches are done after this, and they turn up nothing. But they had nowhere else to look other than here. They do 3 more searches, and on their 6th search, the front porch, the sides of the home, and the backyard. As police are searching around the home, they just feel like they're hitting a dead end, until a police officer notices something beyond strange. Go to part 2.